Um, so who do you think you make art for? Do you think you make art for yourself, for your audience, or a combination?
I feel like I make it for my community. I feel like I make it as an act of resistance for people who are kindred spirits, like you, Avi. It just, I feel like that's all we've got. We live in a crazy world, and it just feels like that's the thing that gives me hope is when I make it, when I make the work. So it's for me too. But then I always feel like it's kind of like cooking a big meal, and there's nothing as joyful as sharing it when it's done. After you spent hours cooking, it would be really sad if it were just sitting on the table. It was just you.
Yeah,
You were the knife and fork. Sort
for
of
sure.
like, yeah. So I feel like, if I can inspire people the way other artists and writers have inspired me, then I'm super happy because then I'm in my community and I'm in my happy place.
Cool, cool. So, do you think there is one creative thing? I mean, I know you've dibbled and dabbled in a lot of things, which I'm so impressed by, but is there one thing that you felt like, that you wanted to try, but you haven't tried? Like,
I just started trying the thing that I wanted to try and hadn't tried. So in January, I started writing a novel. It's something I always wanted to try to do is
okay.
to just write some fiction because most of my work has been nonfiction and memoir. And I just thought that would be a blast to try. And then I just totally freaking love it so much. I can't stop. And I was gonna do an illustrated book in the beginning, and then I just didn't even feel like it. I've just been writing, writing, writing.
That's so cool. I can't wait. That's awesome. So I've asked other artists this question. So a lot of people talk about the best gift they've received. What do you think the best gift that you have given has been? And it doesn't have to be material
That I could give myself or that I've
or
been given.
anyone, yourself included, but typically you've given to someone else.
The best gift. Oh man, that's a sweet question. I like it. I think compassion,
Mm,
forgiveness, compassion,
that's huge.
unconditional presence.
That's awesome. That's huge. That's like, yeah, that's truly, truly a gift because very few people can do that.
I aspire to do it. It's kind of a practice. I can't say that I'm like super awesome at it, but it's definitely what I aspire to do and what I try to give myself to.
I was gonna say that's a gift that he gives back to you too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, during the pandemic, during lockdown, we sort of implemented a lot of things. One thing that do you think that we implemented, maybe not necessarily individually, but also as a society that we maybe should continue to do?
Yeah, I think there's a few things. And one of the ones that I mentioned in Sleepless Planet is that there was sort of this anthropause, and which meant that humans stopped being as active for a while, and it was really great for other species. And so in the book, I'm also talking about how human sleeplessness and restlessness affects the rest of the planet. So I thought that was really cool that a group of scientists got together and studied the effect of this anthropause, this pause in human activity on other species. And they saw how amazing it was, almost miraculous how fast things came back as
Wow.
soon as we stopped interfering, and driving our cars around and, swimming around reefs and doing all the things that we do in the name of work hard, play hard.
Yeah.
Um, so that was something that I thought was good, that came out of the pandemic, and people spending more time together with their loved ones,
Yeah.
slowing down.
I really loved, and I don't know if it's good or bad to say, but I really used to love going out and there was no cars on the road.
Yeah.
I'm not pleased that it's coming back. Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, little all quiet, dark.
And the pollution, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there's so many cars on the road, just the air quality is affected, you know?
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah.
If you could send or give an uplifting or encouraging message to young artists or even yourself as a young artist, what would you say?
Mm, encouraging message. I would say just be gentle with yourself. You're enough. You're enough just the way you are. And you're good enough and what you're making is good enough. And just find ways to connect with people and stay true to your art and stay true to your authentic self.
Brilliant, brilliant. Let's see. Next question. Oh, do you, I asked a bunch of other artists this. Do you have a daily practice, maybe even an art practice, something you do every day, or just in general? A lot of people like to exercise every day or draw on their sketchbook. Is there something that you do, try to do on a daily basis?
Yeah, yeah, like you. I tend to go to bed about 8:30 or 9 o'clock and then I sleep till 4 and then I get up at 4 and I usually work for a couple hours on right now on my novel. I've been doing that for 6 months.
Wow,
And it's amazing how much you can get done if you work for a couple hours a day on something
for sure.
consistently. And then I like to go for a run, and then I start my day after that.
Nice, nice. How far are you running these days?
I'm running. The longest I've run in a little while is about 12 miles,
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
somewhere between 3 and 12, a few times a week.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Awesome,
Like
awesome.
it. I like it. It gives me a place to think too. I like doing it right after my creative practice because my brain's like all in creative mode and then it keeps spinning while I'm running. Do you have that when you're working out?
For sure. Oh my God. And I was just saying that I come up, I should be carrying, I use my phone, but I should be carrying a notebook because all these things rush to your brain as you're working out, right after.
Right?
Uh,
Yeah. I was talking in my note tool on my phone.
I just got one that speaks, what is it? Voice to text, which is, I'm still trying to figure out the bugs in that, but that's helped a
Yeah,
lot too.
yeah, that's
But
cool.
when you're lifting weights, you have to be very present. So I can imagine someone from the outside looking in at me being so disengaged in between sets, and I time it so that I don't go over, so that I stay warm, and then I have to focus back in if I'm lifting heavy, that especially.
Right?
Uh,
Yeah.
but I do like to fully take advantage of my breaks in between the sets, so I probably look like a maniac.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. And like I said, I'm just getting back into it. So I'm probably at about 40% of what I used to lift, but I
Wow.
still like to lock in to what I'm doing because I do more reps now than ever before, just because you want to be able to fatigue the muscles. But I'm not gonna get all into my workout,
Get
but
you
I
going
love it.
on that, huh?
What's that?
I could get you going on that, I can tell.
Oh, I love it. I totally
Yeah,
love it. But
yeah.
this is a good one that people give me some amazing answers. If you could have a dream art studio setup and location, what would
Mm.
that look like?
Mm. I don't know. Lately, I've been thinking that it would be somewhere on the western coast of Ireland,
Ooh.
maybe in an old like shepherd's hut, like a little cottage, like stone cottage, and there'd be like this wild sea on the one side, and then there'd be the mountains and hills on the other side, and that sounds pretty nice to me. Some trails. I can go for my run and then come back to my little cottage, maybe light a fire. That's my super romantic.
I could picture that. I could totally the rolling green hills with a bunch of sheep on one side. Yep,
Yes.
sure. It's so funny because I've been maybe the past 6 months. This is August, probably 8 months. I've been obsessed with British TV shows. So now
You can picture
so
it.
I'm watching all these shows from the UK and Britain, and I'm just like, oh my God, all the scenery and it's very. I should probably travel there. My brother went a couple few years ago. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, I should probably go.
All right. Well, I'll get my cottage set up, baby, and
There
then
you
you
go.
can come visit.
Um, so wrapping it up, is there one art supply or maybe even a book or something that you really would recommend to artists to use?
I've been teaching these visual journaling classes and graphic medicine, graphic memoir classes, and I started using and recommending this sketchbook called Stillman and Burns, and I think that's the name of it. And they have a bunch of different series, but
Nice.
the one I've been using takes watercolor and ink really well. And I recently discovered walnut ink, which
Hmm.
you can do different concentrations of. And it's this beautiful brown, reddish brown color. And so like, it's kind of nice to work with that for a change. It's really rich. It's gorgeous.
Well, I'll check it out and put the link to it in the description. And so, what's coming up next for you? I know you said the book is coming out. Anything else you want to shout out?
Yeah, I've just been doing a lot of coaching. So I coach people who are working on their graphic novels, in terms of skills and creativity, maintaining that practice, overcoming blocks and things like that. And I teach through Saw and Literary Kitchen. So I'm really loving that sense of community I get working with other cartoonists and artists. And I am finishing my novel this summer, so I'm hoping to edit that and get that out into the world pretty soon. And I might work on a Queen of Snails too.
Wow.
We'll
Okay.
see. We'll see what comes of that.
Is there links that we can put in the description to your coaching?
Yeah, actually just maureenburdock.com, and I have a page on there with all my coaching and classes.
Perfect. I'll do
Yeah,
that.
you can
Do
find
that.
it there.
And so, you want to shout out any social media handles?
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. I'm just Maureen Burdock, Burdock with a B, like the plant, which I named myself after. And there's like not very many other Maureen Burdocks in the world. So if you find one and it's a comics artist, then that's me.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for sitting down, talking to me. It's been long overdue.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's so nice to connect.
For sure. Appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Hey, baby.